Over the years, the Mythbusters have tackled a heap of Hollywood tall tales. Until now, the myths have been based on the tendency of movie makers to suspend reality with physics-defying visual effects. But this time, Adam and Jamie are hot on the sonic trail. And to find out if a big screen punch sounds like the real thing, Adam's upping the ante.
As I really don't want to hurt this anymore by punching this poor pig, I'm going to make a fist punching analog. Not a machine, it's going to be pretty simple. It's going to be a combination of this and a combination of that. Here we go.
The ballistics gel fist will provide an accurate sounding skin-on-skin contact, and the leverage of the bat will ensure Adam gets a good solid hit.
I think it's ready.
But this is it. If Adam can get the sound of a big screen knockdown, this myth is down and out.
You ready, pig? Are you ready? I'm ready.
That was nice.
Let's listen.
To the naked ear, it was a marked improvement. But let's get an objective comparison.
That was pretty good. All right, let's listen to the movie sound. There's no comparison.
We need to talk to an expert.
I think we do. Where are we going to find one?
With a CV that includes a heap of Tim Burton blockbusters, Steve knows exactly how to pack a Hollywood punch.
Why doesn't our best punch sound like this?
You have a punch that sounds like punching a face. The Hollywood one is not about that. It's about drama. It's about selling the story. You might add a whoosh of something like this, a pipe or a dowel.
All right.
Just a little bit of that leading into the punch is going to give you that sense of the fist really moving fast. I noticed that you had the really good slap sound, but you might want to have a little bit of chest kind of like low end to it. You can either just a little bit of that can give you that sense of kind of a skull underneath that face slap that you got.
Yeah.
What else?
You might want to hear the sound of a skull cracking.
Wow.
Walnuts. I love it.
So those are the individual elements that make a Hollywood punch. You get a result that is rich in texture and depth.
Let's take our best punch at the pig. All right, now Steve said it needed some low end. Let's take one of Steve's chest hits. Now he said it needed a whoosh. Let's take one of the swings he made of that little pipe. And then finally, let's add in some bone-cracking walnut sounds and play them all together and see what we get. It's pretty good, huh?
Yes, but it doesn't change the result. Punch sound effects are Hollywood fiction, and the myth is busted.
Okay, the next step is the fan. So I got a whole bunch of little desk fans. I'm gonna see if any of them are gonna work for this experiment. When I turn them on and put them on here, it should push the little car backwards.
Carrie needs to find a fan.
Okay, you're not gonna work?
With a power-to-weight ratio,
Nope.
that will make the raft move.
I think it's too heavy.
The desk fans are just too feeble, so Carrie goes for broke with a model
You ready?
aeroplane propeller.
That ought to work.
Meanwhile, Grant has a small-scale sail up his sleeve. After he rigs it to the raft, the guys are all set to clear up the fan site controversy. When you blow your own sail, will you stall as the Newtonian advocates predict, or sail off into the sunset?
All right, now it's time to replicate the myth in small scale. We have our fan attached to our raft, which is going to be blowing into the sail that's attached to the raft. Now, according to Newton's third law of motion, these two forces should cancel each other out, and this boat is gonna stall.
So just like in the myth, the wind source is on the boat.
Blow your own sail.
Here we go.
All right.
That's great. All right, looks like Newton's laws are canceling out cartoon laws.
Yes, and here's how. If you do a test without the sail, using just the fan, you can see there's enough thrust to move the boat backwards. But put a sail in the way, and that backwards thrust is cancelled out by the equal and opposite forces pushing the boat forwards. The boat stalls, and the myth is busted. Or is it? Because our intrepid trio aren't giving up so easily.
All right, Sir Isaac Newton, you're probably not watching the show because, let's face it, you're not alive anymore. But just because we can't break your laws doesn't mean we're gonna stop here.
Okay, next up is actually one of my favorite sounds in movies, is the sound of an automatic pistol whose slide is being racked. And it sounds like, to my mind, the classic sound. Now, is that really the way a gun sounds?
We actually do use real guns now. Way back when, in early movies, a lot of the sound people were coming out of radio play. And so they had a whole setup, a table of ratchets and things like that. They could have had guns, but maybe what you were hearing is some kind of ratchet mechanism that they were doing really quickly. Now with digital technology, we can record all these guns. We can keep them on a hard drive in a library and access the exact real thing whenever we need it.
So let's make the all-important comparison recording.
Let me record this here. That sounds pretty good.
And now, here's the movie version.
That's not bad.
None of the punches that we made sounded much like the classic movie punch at all. But when it comes to pistols, as far as I can see, there's no need to fake it when you can use the real thing.
So that's one for Hollywood. With vast digital libraries to access, designers like Steve do actually use the sound of real gun mechanisms, big or small.
Okay, want everybody to get on the ground. This is a robbery. A robbery.
What do we have next?
Well, as you know, the rattlesnake, venomous rattlesnake, and its iconic warning rattle are completely endemic to the American Western. And what I want to know is the sound we're accustomed to hearing from the rattlesnake actually a real rattlesnake sound?
Well, this isn't a rattler, this is a Madagascar tree boa.
You are such a buzzkill. She likes you.
Yeah, I like her. Anybody that's seen a Western knows the sound that a rattlesnake makes. But is that actually the sound? Or is that a movie construct? So we're gonna have to get ourselves a real rattlesnake and see what they sound like. So Owen, are we gonna be able to get him to rattle without freaking him out?
Well, this is Big Bob, and just try stopping him.
Really?
Yeah.
He likes to rattle.
He likes to talk.
This is Big Bob, and this is the classic movie sound effect of a rattlesnake. What we want to know is how much like that does Big Bob sound? Shall we record this guy?
I think so.
Here we go. Let's go for it.